For the St. Louis Blues at Fox Sports Midwest. He's also our guy and hosts Hockey Sense tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night's kind of our kickoff show, McGraw,
yeah.
because the season gets going on Thursday. So Ken Hitchcock will join me for most of the hour.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we talk about hockey, you brought us a couple of T-shirts.
Well, I like to bring things.
Yes, you do like to bring things.
Kelly, this is kind of the way we do things. This is a website that's out there.
Yes.
KeepFootballNSTL.com.
Okay.
You can check that out. They've got a couple of different T-shirts going on. Which camera are we at? Right here?
Oh,
okay.
Boy, you're really good at this whole camera thing.
And so Keep Football and STL. They also have another T-shirt that McGraw
Did you bring
has.
a clip? You have a clip? Oh, I didn't know you have a clip.
The David Letterman Show.
All right, so
check it all out. KeepFootballNSTL.com.
Okay, but he's selling these T-shirts outside of the Dome.
Yes, he is, and it's been pretty successful. They did it during preseason, now during the regular season as well, and their slogan is, they can take away your sign, but they can't take the shirt off your back. So we assume that's true, right?
So your T-shirt says "Keep Football in St. Louis."
Right.
My T-shirt says "Stan is not the man," in reference to Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams.
Yeah.
But they're selling these T-shirts, and then people are wearing these T-shirts inside the Dome.
Yeah. They have 3 styles, all sizes. Again, KeepFootballNSTL.com. Check it out. Go ahead and support this great cause.
But
local people doing some local work.
If you bring in a sign that says "Stan is not the man" or "Keep Football in St. Louis," they'll take the sign away from you.
Yes, they will.
But if you're wearing it on a T-shirt, will they force you to give up your shirt?
Well, we should find that out. You should put me undercover. We should go there.
I don't want to see you shirtless, though.
That means you'll be shirtless.
No, you just put it inside out.
Then you go swimming nude at the MAC Club later.
The stadium will take your deploring signage, but they can't take the shirt off.
All right, so the website one more time is what?
KeepFootballNSTL.com.
All right. All right, there's T-shirts selling outside the Dome. All right,
Yes.
Thursday night.
Yes.
Big night, big kickoff. Even the Blues are talking about this guy from Edmonton.
You know what, Connor McDavid, it was funny because I heard an interview you had on the other day with Steve Chapman.
Yeah.
I think he came in, right? And he brought up Connor McDavid. I was waiting for you guys to bust out your Irish accents.
I want to do it now. Connor McDavid.
Neither of you did it.
I know.
Well, that was because we respect him more than we respect
Is that
you.
what it is?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be here. I'm sure he'll have his parents here as well.
Okay, but for those who don't know, the story is what? He's 18 years old?
He's 18 years old, drafted first overall in this last draft in June, and he's been a phenom really going back to, since he was 10, 11, 12, 13 years of age. Went to the Ontario Hockey League, was granted exceptional status, which means he was able to play as a 15-year-old. Very few in the history of hockey have been granted exceptional status. And this is a big deal. He went to Edmonton. You're probably going to have more credentialed media at this game than any other season opener in recent memory.
Because of this guy.
Because of all the Canadian media that's going to be here.
And former St. Louis Blue Wayne Gretzky has seen this guy and has said...
Yeah, well, he says it's a real deal. I talked to some players during training camp who skated with this kid in Toronto during the summer as they prepared for the regular season. They said he is the real deal. And Steven Stamkos, who's a big superstar.
What does that mean? Are these Grizzly veterans going to come in and sort of welcome him to the NHL the only way they know how, with a forearm or something?
I would think so. I would think he may get a taste of a forearm or two. And obviously, listen, he's an 18-year-old kid. He can't do it on his own. He's a good player. We're all going to celebrate it, much like we did LeBron James. We all knew who LeBron James was prior to him ever stepping foot on an NBA basketball court. This guy was on national television as a high school basketball player. So, Sidney Crosby, the same thing. Both those guys lived up to the hype, and many expect Connor McDavid to do the same.
How good is Edmonton? They're clearly not very good if they had the first pick overall.
Well, they literally get the first pick overall every year. I mean, this is like the 4th time they've had it, right? They've got a bunch of former first overall picks on their roster. They've changed coaches time after time.
Well, that usually works.
And they've never been able to get over the hump. This kid, though, is considered a generational player. We'll see if he can all of a sudden take this team to where they thought these other kids could take
Is
it.
he one of the youngest? I'm sorry, in NAHL? Is he one of the youngest?
He will be for sure. I mean, there may be 1 or 2 other 18-year-old kids who are floating or bouncing around the National Hockey League, but not too many.
Let's talk Blues for a moment.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Blues open up their season. Lots of hope, lots of hype.
Yeah.
Do they have a chance to do some damage in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, again, we say this every year, right? this team's going to be good in the regular season once again. They're going to compete for a division title. At least they should.
Right.
And there is no reason to suggest this team can't win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We all know you need to be healthy. We all know you need goaltending.
But there was a feeling last year that they were a little soft.
Well, listen, the last couple of years, okay, it was they weren't heavy enough. Last year it was they were too slow. They weren't fast enough. I don't think they really improved their overall team speed during the offseason. But, you can look at that however you want. They should never have lost to the Minnesota Wild in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They've added a couple of young defensemen who I've been talking about on your show, Colton Parayko and Joel Edmondson. You don't want to rest on a couple of young guys to get you to that next level, but just by adding those two players, I think it's going to help change the mentality of this roster.
All right, so you've got Ken Hitchcock on the show tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Anybody else of note we should mention?
We'll see who else joins us, but again, he's going to join us for most of the show.
All right.
On the Napleton Mid-Rivers Automotive Group Hockey Sense show live at O.B. Clark's.
Starts at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We got 30 seconds. Any you want to create any more controversy this week as opposed to last week?
Any more controversy? No, the Rams won.
Got any good nuggets
Todd
of information
Gurley,
for us?
who knew he would save this franchise? Can he save them from leaving to heading to the Los Angeles? Todd Gurley, put him on the stadium task force. That's what I say about Todd Gurley.
Well, the stadium task force is doing fine. They're going to build a stadium and no one's going to vote for it. You should put him on the task force for St. Louisans to stop killing people.
I don't know if they're going to put him on. I don't know if they'll build that stadium without $450 million from the National Football League.
Here's what I find fascinating about all of this is, and it's your brethren in the sports media. Mm-hmm. When the Rams lose, they're the worst team in the NFL ever.
Know it.
And they don't know anything, and this Jeff Fisher's terrible, and this guy's awful. And then they win. And then all of a sudden, this Jeff Fisher really knows what he's doing.
I'm with you, man.
And this Todd Gurley is brilliant. And oh, my goodness, I tell you what, Nick Foles, man, these guys are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and now the offensive coordinator has found
he's
his
a genius.
rhythm. He's unreal.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you 100%. I don't really get that.
I mean, one bad play, one good play on Sunday, all of a